everybody. Welcome back to Tailgating. I'm Bruce with Marcus and with Daryl. And I want to do something a little bit different. You know, you guys probably know I majored in history, so that's always curious to me. So
Yeah.
I was thinking, I wonder how the NFL started. So I just did a light research, and I came up with some ideas and thoughts. I thought maybe you guys might enjoy it. You guys out there, Daryl and Marcus probably knows more about it, so they'll interrupt me. Also for you guys, like, comment, and share. But comment down there. You guys might know, you might be better historians than I do, and fill in some of my blanks. Or if you find something you'd like us to expand on, that'd be great too. Because man, the more I looked into this, the more I was like, I didn't realize we went through all these steps. So, all right, part one. Football really started in the 1800s, which all of a sudden made me thinking, like, that's like 200 years ago. This thing's been going on, we're in another century, like 200 years. I always thought like footballs are relatively modern, and it may be based on for all those British games or something. It is still modern, but 200 years, that's pretty good. So anyway, there was two schools of thought. One was basically soccer with some rugby rules. Another one was rugby based on soccer rules. November 6th, almost this month, it is this month, 1869, the first college game was held between Princeton and Rutgers. And this was the soccer style with some rugby in it. And Harvard, they didn't like that style. They went by this thing called the Boston game, and that's where they played mostly rugby with some soccer rules. But the very first Boston style game for colleges was between Harvard and Yale in 1875. Unbelievable.
Wow.
So this led to a lot of schools, they liked it, and they started this Intercollegiate Football Association, and it was based on rugby. So I guess that's why it's so rough now. Walter Camp. You guys ever heard of Walter Camp?
Heard of Walter Payton, not Camp.
Yeah, but Walter Camp, I didn't know this. He's called the father of football.
So it's not John Madden.
Not John Madden. This is way before video games. Yeah. So anyway, that started 1878. These are the rules he put in place. 11-man team, which we still have now, a quarterback.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage. They used to use a soccer scrum. Offensive signaling calling.
Okay. So, sounds familiar.
So, but it's, so that's the genesis of it. Scoring. This was interesting to me. 1878 for scoring. 2 points for a touchdown. 4 points for a goal after the TD. 5 points for a field goal. So I thought of you, Daryl, whether you've got to change your rules of the field goal. So there's nothing sacred about the scoring for field goals. This Daryl, another point for you.
Yeah.
1883, 4 points for a touchdown.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, 2 points for a point after touchdown, 2 points for a safety, and 5 points for a field goal steal. 1904, field goals became 4 points. Daryl, you must have been involved. There was
his great granddaddy.
Yeah, you're great. It's almost being in your genes about changing field goal points all the time.
Jebediah Turner.
1907, field goals became 3 points. But I also read that 3-point field goals occurred in 1909. So 1907 or 1909, one of the two. And then in 1912, that's the same year the Titanic went down. That's when touchdowns became 6 points. Advancing the ball is progress in that. At first, you put the ball in the play by heeling it out. Have you ever heard of that?
Reeling it out?
Heeling it out. That means you snap the ball with your foot. So I guess that comes from soccer.
Oh, nope.
I'm guessing,
You lost me there.
Yeah. And then you can either run or kick, like I said earlier. Yeah, you got down by tackles, but at that time you couldn't tackle below the waist. And then they started experimenting with passing, but most of it was like, no, but I guess sometimes the refs must have allowed it. Sometimes they said no. I'm reading into that. I don't know. But if any of you guys out there knows, leave us a comment. 1882, 5 yards. They decided 5 yards. Three downs to go 5 yards. That's when you get your first down. If you didn't make it, They put the you know why they put this rule into place because in 1880 and 1881, Princeton and Yale, the game ended 0-0 because Princeton held the ball the whole second half because there wasn't any rules of when it was turned over.
Ah,
So the fans got bored and started leaving, and so they changed the rules. If you don't make your first down, you either lose 10 yards, you get to decide, lose 10 yards, keep going, or you surrender the ball. So you got a choice.
Weird. Yeah, that's weird because you can still keep the ball around the clock out.
Yeah, right. That's true. You could, couldn't you? 10 years back and keep going. And that's when they put stripes up. They put stripes every 5 yards. They thought at that time it would help the referee figure out if it was a first down or not. So that's when stripes came into play.
wow.
And in 1890, that's when you could start snapping the ball by hand. So, sometimes I think all this stuff must have always existed, but they're figuring it out. 1898 rules. 2 linesmen were now on the side judges to hold the flags. We had the first down markers.
Right.
That
Yeah.
came into being so that now they could figure out if it really is a first down without I guess that was their new technology. Instead of using computers, they used the pole. Let's see. 1906, passing became legal, and now you have to advance the ball 10 yards in 3 downs.
Wow.
I'm sorry, before I skip, 1951, passing rules change, making the center and the guards were now ineligible to receive a pass. And a tackle had to announce to the ref intent for the receiver. So that was in 1951. So not too long ago.
That's been
Almost within
controversial
my
call.
life.
It's been a controversial call here recently.
Yeah. End of part 1.